Okay, I think we are good. Apologies for being so late. I will explain myself shortly. Just going to zoom in a little. I'm just going to move my camera slightly like there. And then there we go, into my beautiful face. Sorted. Sorted and sorted. But fortunately nothing's happened. I am 10 minutes late, but literally nothing has happened in this game, so that's a good thing. There we go. Sorted. Sorted and sorted. Just trying to move it up slightly. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. There we go. Do. Okay, good shit. Good. Right, everything's there. Just realised that I have not updated the tactical board because of course I haven't, because I've not been alert. So let's just have a run through. Let's just have a run through the team, shall we? So obviously this was the City West Ham game. None of this is now relevant. So let's just sort this out. There we go. So we're running through the teams as I'm adding them now. So in goal, Chelsea have opted to go for Mendy instead of Kepa. Tuchel is deploying a back three, and he has been deploying a back three in his short stint at Chelsea so far, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes for the rest of the season. Christensen, there you are. And Chilwell is actually playing as well, which is intriguing. Normally he's favoured Alonso. Good to see from an England's perspective, Chilwell getting some game time. So I think right now Luke Shaw is playing the better football, you'd have to say. If there's going to be an England player at the Euros, a left back, it's going to be Luke Shaw. Kante. And then Hudson-Odoi, again, he's being asked to play as a wing-back this season, Hudson-Odoi. Good to see him getting some game time, though, generally. It doesn't matter how he gets it, as long as he gets it, because I do think he could be a very good player in the future. And we've got Giroud. Oh, lol. Lol. Mason Mount. And Ziyech, like I say. Sorry, we're just saying, is this a... That's a handball, isn't it? That's a penalty. I think United should have a penalty here. I think United are going to have a penalty. Because Hudson-Odoi has handled the ball in the area. His hand wasn't in a natural position. Stuart Atwell, the referee, is going to go have a look, but like I said, it would not surprise me if this is a penalty. And the narrative is going to be, oh, United with another penalty. But guess what? A penalty's a penalty. You can't complain. Hey, Gasky, how you doing? I just had, it looks like, just checking, I'm at, just to let you know, Gasky, I'm at 14, 56, 57, 58, 59, 15 minutes. I think this is a penalty. Be interesting to see. Wan-Bissaka. I think it probably is going to be a penalty. And is it? Have you... He hasn't given it. Wait, he has given it? He hasn't given it. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that's not been given as a penalty. It should, but it shouldn't be a pen. What? What does that mean? I don't, but he like... I thought that was a penalty. I don't know. McTominay. Fred is there. Fred. Bruno, Adam's lover. Call him Bruno. That wasn't natural to me. I think that's a penalty. I think it's a penalty. If I was a referee, I'd give it as a penalty. And Greenwood's actually been given the position up front. Interesting. No Cavani or what's his face? Martial, that's the word I'm looking for. Well, there you go. Like I say, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that isn't a penalty, but whatever. Yeah, really bizarre, but whatever. That's fine, I guess. How you doing, Legasco? What have you been up to? As you can see, I've been painting my fence today. That's why I was slightly late to the stream, because I was painting my fence. It's an iris blue, in case you're interested. I just needed to paint. I need to paint a certain element of it, because then we can put in the shed. And we can't put in the shed until the fence behind it has been painted fully, because otherwise, you know, you won't be able to access the shed, will you? So that's what I've been doing today, in case you're interested. I know you are interested, so I thought I'd let you know. That's my thoughts. It sounds fun. I mean, it's, you know, it's got to be done, do you know what I mean? Not necessarily fun, but it's a thing and it has to be done. That's how it works. But yeah, what have you been up to today, Adam? Let me know. Let me know. We live. Chilling. Excellent. Sounds good to me. Right. What do you think the score's going to be, though, Adam, today? Because I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know. Hey, thank you so much for following Yeko Titus. That's a great name. You think two onto Chelsea or 2 onto United? It's probably a good shout. I do think that I mean, Chelsea obviously need to Chelsea need the points more than United at this point, don't they? So, you know. Wait, Mendy's... I thought Mendy was a young goalkeeper. He's going to be 29 tomorrow. I thought he was a young goalkeeper for some reason. Well, never mind. Wait, Dan James is on the pitch. Did I even know that? Yeah, I did. Okay, I guess I just blanked that out of my existence. I didn't think Dan James was still a thing at United, but obviously I'm wrong. No worries, no worries. But yeah, I've not been totally convinced by Tuchel so far. To be honest, it remains to be seen with Tuchel for me. But that's just me. That's just me. Who knows? Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but maybe he won't. We will have to see. And that's why I do think that United are going to win today. Like I said, I think Chelsea obviously need the points more than United. So I think United are going to be quite content to not necessarily, you know, just back off, but they don't need to push it, do they? So they can probably just hit Chelsea on the break. And United are quite deadly on the break. So that's going to be my theory. So I think that Chelsea are going to win. Sorry, that United are going to win. But again, we'll see. We'll find out. together on this Super Sunday. Obviously, Arsenal beat Leicester earlier today. Again, are Leicester trying to throw it away? Are they trying to throw it away? Because they got a really good chance to get Champions League football. They should have got it last season, but again, like I said, they threw it away against United. Here's Hudson-Odoi, has a ridiculous shot. Gosh, that would have been a good one. Struck right side of the box. Difficult one. Always going wide. But decent effort. Chelsea on the front foot there, pressing. Thank you so much, James, for following the stream. That's a great name. Anthony Sammy as a surname. Brilliant. But yeah, that would have been an absolutely amazing goal had Hudson-Odoi got that on target. But no, it's always going wide. But decent. It's always interesting to see those kind of shots. Why not? Why not? You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's a massive crash downstairs. That sounds good. I'll just text, see what's going on there. I'm just having a look at the teams. Good to see ZH playing. Havertz is still benched. What is happening with Havertz? Like, is he just a lost cause at this point? Or is Tuchel actually going to try and play him? Look at that back three from Chelsea. I don't rate that. And Thiago Silva's normally in it, and he's like 59 or whatever. I think they need a centre-back, Chelsea, for me. And they had one. They had Tomori, and they loaned him out. I thought he was going to be, like, you know, good. But obviously not. Azpilicueta. I think Azpilicueta has obviously been a great servant to Chelsea, but again, is he a bit leggy nowadays? Has he lost his... I think he's lost too much pace, personally. That's my hot take. I really hope this isn't just gonna be like a boring 0-0, like it does tend to be in the big clashes, or a boring score draw, or a low scoring draw. Oh, United can potentially get a shot off here. No, they can't. It's going to be a goal kick. I think United has been the more positive side so far. Chelsea and stuff haven't really been able to get in their rhythm. Da 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 da. Da da da. Mason Mount fouled there. Be interested to see how the England line up. How England line up at the upcoming Euros. How are we going to accommodate all that young attacking talent? I think that England's got to do its absolute utmost to accommodate all that talent. There's too much of it to go to waste. IMO. IMO. Giroud trying to get ahead of Maguire, not quite. I love Giroud so much. His goal in against Atletico Madrid was so good. It was so good, man. He always scores goals like that, just ridiculous little death flicks and kicks, scorpion kicks, overhead kicks. I love Giroud. And his link-up play, he's brilliant. Here come Chelsea though. I haven't seen a full match of Chelsea since Tuchel took over. I think the last time I saw them was when they lost against City in quite embarrassing circumstances at Stamford Bridge, and that was, I think, Lampard's second to last game in charge before he got sacked. Or maybe third to last, I don't know. It was certainly near the end of his tenure anyway. I still can't get over the fact that penalty wasn't given. It definitely not only hit his hand, but he's like flicked his hand up against the ball. I don't get it, but whatever. Right, we ain't attacking this game. Come on now. Someone do something. It's getting a bit boring. There's a lot of sort of build up in midfield, then one loses it, then one has a go, loses it. Not too much quality so far. United are in the Chelsea box here though, and they lose the ball, and it's offside anyway. Come on guys, create an attack, do something, do something. It was just offside, just offside. I'm just going to have a good look at the, just while there's a lull in the game, and this whole game is a lull so far, just have a look at the Premier League table. See what's going on. So West Ham are obviously going to want United to either draw or win, because if Chelsea win, they'll go fourth. If they draw, as they are doing, then West Ham will stay in fourth place. It'd be really interesting to see West Ham get Champions League football this season. That would be brilliant. After that loss, I mean, Leicester is still 4 points ahead of West Ham. Good to see. I just hope that they don't throw it. They had a great chance to, if United drop points, they would have had a great chance to get second place. From a City perspective, it would be better if United drop points. I don't think it really matters. Who's at West Ham? Oh, you're back, Adam. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, do you mean it's West Ham who play good football? It's decent, I think. Yeah. Like I said, I streamed the game yesterday, the West Ham City game, and they played really well. Like, I mean, it didn't help that City played poorly for large spells of that game, but I do have to say they were the most impressive side I've seen come to City this season. You know, obviously apart from Leicester, who obviously won before Diaz came in. But you know what I mean. In this 20-win run in all competitions, they've been one of the more impressive sides I've seen face City. So I think that's an absolute credit to them. So West Ham fans are absolutely ecstatic about that. And why wouldn't you be? Oh, I start in IP tomorrow, Adam. I'm very nervous because I'm going to be working for the London office as well. So that's scary because they're scary. But hopefully it should be good. Hopefully it's not too scary. Harry Maguire. Yeah, I'm hoping they're nice and friendly. And I know that Josh is friendly, but I just don't know about the people in London. I'm hoping they're not too, intense and expecting a lot of me. Hey, Alushola Zaka, thank you so much for following. Get the least trouble. Oh, that does make sense, to be fair, because you would expect people who do intellectual property would be sort of more well versed in IT. You'd think anyway, because it's all sorts to do with technology and all that sort of stuff. I'd have thought anyway. That might just be me bullshitting, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. So yeah, like I said, should hopefully be good. Although that I had last week off work, and that literally didn't even last a second. That was so depressing. Edgner, hello. Thank you for joining us today. What is this little rhyme you've come up with? Edge Nagaski, I don't know if you two have met, but Gaski Edge Nagaski. Edgener's a United fan, by the way, Gaski from Denmark. Oh, De Gea gave the ball away and then Giroud just absolutely skied it. You have. Oh, excellent stuff. I don't know. Well, I'm glad you said it because it made me laugh. I know, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Edgener, sorry I was late, but as you can see, I was just painting my fence. And my phone ran out of power while I was painting. And then I came in to wash my hands. I was like, oh, it's 4:27. I need to be streaming in 3 minutes. So that's why I was slightly late. He used to be so good at kicking. Yeah, he's not been good at kicking in recent years, has he? You're making cookies. Oh, excellent stuff. What flavour? What flavour cookies? What's Henderson like at kicking, Adam? I haven't seen... Because obviously he didn't really play that way for Sheffield United, because that's not the game they play. How is he? Oof, chocolate chip with a bit of vanilla. Nice. Even saving has been put. Oh, so is Henderson's bad in general then? Well, that's not good. I thought he was going to be England's future #1. Well, Timo Werner on the bench. What do you make of this whole thing about some Chelsea players, like Chelsea fans saying, oh yeah, we need to go in for Haaland? And it's like, oh, Dennis, thank you so much for liking the stream. And it's like, do you know how much money you spent on forward fucking players in Ziyech and Werner and co. and Havertz? Are you sure that you need another player up front? Oh, so you meant De Gea. Oh. I think Maguire's been worse than De Gea, though, to be fair. Oh, lovely link-up play with Giroud, and that's why I love Giroud. Yeah. He does need time. And that's the thing. Yeah. I was going to say, I do have a sneaking suspicion, Edgener, that unfortunately this might be one of those top team clashes that just does not live up to the billing. Like I said, I'm pretty happy to. I'm pretty safe in saying that United have been the much more attacking, composed team. I was gonna say it's good to see because whenever they play City, whenever United play City, it's just defend for your life basically, and it's like even if it's Old Trafford, it's just like get everyone behind the ball. You think Luke Shaw's going to be the game changer? Well, it'd be interesting to see. Oh, damn, the kickoff has got 19,000 viewers. That's an absolute mad thing. I'd love to be on that show. That'd be the best. That'd be the best day ever. Because they have slow centre backs. They have slow centre backs who have to sit deep. Yeah. I guess that's why a lot of United fans want Bailly to start. Because Maguire is so slow and immobile. Not Immobile, the Italian striker. Immobile. Not mobile. Here come Chelsea though. But do not doubt Giroud's power. He is the boy. He's my boy. Bayer's a bit of a sad one, isn't he? Because he could potentially be a really good defender, but he's just always injured. He's forever injured, it seems. He's even on the bench today. And he cost a lot of money as well, didn't he? Wait, Twanzebe? Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. Oof. Giroud nearly putting the ball in the back of the net. He holds his bum in frustration. I think he tried to do a diving header. He's really hurt his butt. That's how bad Lindelof is. Switch comes in. Hudson-Odoi watching. Good flick. Oh, he nearly gets on it. He tries the salmon dive. Not quite. Ball just needs to be slightly... Oh, we're talking inches away from being a beautiful header from Olivier Giroud. Goodness me. I'll try to watch Lindelof if I can, yeah. I was too busy watching Giroud flail. I hope he's alright, because I love Giroud. I don't understand why everyone... Like, when he was at Arsenal, I don't understand why everyone was having a go at Giroud. Well, the Arsenal fans were anyway. He doesn't score enough goals. Stuff the goals. Stuff them. It's a World Cup winner for a reason, yeah? Don't worry about it. The link-up play. I'm hoping that Giroud's going to be alright. Let's just see Lindelof on this replay again. Yeah, Lindelof just lets him go, doesn't he? Then they can fame with their eyes. I have noticed that, to be fair, like Maguire especially, he does just sort of like watch stuff happen rather than be proactive, and he just sort of expects his goalkeeper to come save the day or clean up. And it's like, no, I think you need to be more proactive as a defender, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, Rashford! Rashford just ran into a mic and flew off the pitch. That was really funny. Tried to keep it in and then... Oh, that poor microphone, man. Yeah, like in Aguero's game, like Aguero played 60 minutes yesterday. It was great to see, and he didn't have, you know, the best game, but to be fair, like, there wasn't really anything he could do because the midfield wasn't playing very well, so therefore Aguero can't do anything, so he's going to get a low rating overall because he's not being fed. That's the thing. And there was that one time where De Bruyne should have played him in, like, because like, Aguero made the perfect run, but De Bruyne couldn't find him. So yeah, that's the thing with strikers. You need to sort of mark them more on their runs rather than anything else, if the team around them aren't playing well. No, definitely, I appreciate that commitment from Rashford. It was just really funny that I look away from the game for a second, and he's just like over the thing. Oh, Lindelof just palms Ziyech in the face. Oh yeah, good question. Who are your two favourite United players at the moment? No worries, Edna. Hope it's to do some cookie stuff. Oh, of course, Adams is Gaski's is Bruno. Bruno's his bae. That's his lover. Hearts on fire. Da, 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 da. Yeah, where would United be without Bruno this season and the last? I haven't seen much of him this game, to be fair. Which I guess is sort of a testament to how well Chelsea have done at snuffing him out, because normally I'd have seen him do a bit by now. Oh, did I tell you, Gasky, that I finished my script for what defines the size of a football club? Did I tell you that? Because I finished it. That's only the script, though. I haven't done anything else, like I haven't recorded my audio or done any of the editing or anything, or the video itself. It's obviously Maguire. Oh, I saw something really, I saw something very annoying on TikTok of all places. People just seem to like say ridiculous statements. Here's Fred, not quite. People just say ridiculous statements in order to get attention. Like someone said, oh, like there's a City fan, and he just went, oh, Paul Scholes is so overrated, and it's like, Just shut up. You're making us all look bad by saying shit like that. It just annoys me. Deflection. It's going to be a corner. Yeah, but it's just like... no reception. Yeah, it's just like... Can you guys stop saying really ridiculous comments and just sort of like acknowledge stuff? It's like, no. I don't even know. I don't even think they believe it. I assume they're just... Because obviously those videos get views because they're mental statements. So I'm guessing it's just more they want the clout. They want the attention more than anything else. I'm guessing. But it's just ridiculous. Like, why are you doing that? It's not good attention. You're getting attention, but it's not the right sort of attention, surely. Surely. That's just me, though. That is just me. Hearts on fire. Da, da, da. McTominay annoys me. Yeah, well, McTominay isn't a United player. I'm amazed that he's managed to construct a Premier League career at Manchester United. I don't think he's a very good player, McTominay. I don't know what he does. I thought he was a defensive midfielder. He's not really. Doesn't really create. I think he's a bit feisty, but apart from, you know... Oh, that should be a goal. Never mind. I thought United player was going to get his head on that. If you watch when he can play high, he's decent. Yeah, but is decent going to win you a title? Or is he sort of like, you know, he would be fine on the bench as like a sort of rotation player, but it seems like he plays every single game. This bigger issue is they don't have a CDM. I was gonna say, yeah. Well, wasn't Fred supposed to be that player? Because, yeah. Well, that was the issue with City last season. City's issue last season was that they were using both Gundogan and Rodri. They were using Gundogan and Rodri for Fernandinho's role, because Rodri had only just come into the season. He hadn't learned the role yet. So it meant that Pep was forced to use a double pivot. Now Rodri's got used to the role more. It's released Gundogan, and he's able to, you know, it's less of a double pivot now. But yeah, Fred's a weird one, because City were in for him, young Matic. Yeah, because City were in for Fred at one point, and then they were like, and then Shakhtar were like, yeah, it's like 50 million or whatever it was, and City were like, no. And the idea being he was going to be Fernandinho's replacement, so I always assumed he was going to be a more defensive player, but apparently not. Same, and it's good that they didn't get him because he's not that good. Same with Jorginho. Again, he was supposed to be a Fernandinho replacement, and he's not that good. And again, he's not that sort of player. So good that I'm glad that City didn't actually get him in the end. So McTominay's box to box. Oh, and Fred's box to box, right? That's the issue. What United needs is a Fernandinho. Why don't they go get Kante? Or try, not go get, but like, why don't they try and sign Kante? I mean, Kante's not a Fernandinho, but Akon, that's a great name. Thank you so much for following the stream. Hey, Michael's made it. How you doing, Michael? Thanks so much for making it. We've got Gasky in the chat, and we've got Edging it in and out of the chat, just to let you know. We will. Oh, just to let you know, Michael, we will be doing the, because I know you're a Barcelona fan. I am going to try and stream the Barcelona PSG game. Hey, Edgener, how you doing, man? And we've got Michael in the chat as well, Edgener. Oh, mate, I hope you're alright, Michael. Jesus. Yeah, Michael's here, Edgener. Oh, that's a shame. Are you alright, though? How did you injure your leg? Have you, like, rolled your ankle, or... I nearly rolled my ankle yesterday. I went for a walk, and, when you walk and you just sort of, like, slip like that. I nearly did that. Rudiger and McTominay were having a bit of a hug there. That was weird. That was odd. I really hate it when like footballers like try to put their hands on other people and or like put their hands on their heads, because it's like this sort of power play thing. So you're not really trying to be nice, just being a dickhead, but getting away with it. I was gonna say, yeah. Oh yeah, if you think you're, it sounds like you've probably rolled your ankle. Then yeah, that is the absolute worst. Yeah, try to not put any more pressure on it, Michael, if you can. Winger alert. Do you think so? Because they've got Ziyech, who's inferior winger, isn't he? And Werner can also in theory play on the left. And they've got Hudson-Odoi, who I thought was a winger. So I don't know. And Mason Mount can also play on the wing. For me, they need a centre-back. I was talking to Gasky about this earlier. They're in desperate need of a centre-back, because even with Thiago Silva fit, their two best centre-backs are in their 30s. How old's Thiago Silva? 36? Azpilicueta is 31. He's been a great servant, but he's basically past it at this point. Christensen and Rudiger, I don't know if they're that good. So I think they need a big boy centre-back, preferably a young one. I would suggest. But yeah. Oh, anyway, it's half time. 0-0. Boring stuff. But yeah, as I was saying, Michael, just to let you know, we will be streaming the Barcelona PSG game on Tuesday. I think that is. And I know you're a Barcelona fan, so if you want to join us for that, feel free to do so. Yeah, good things. You don't see enough potential. They need another carry king like Hazard. Give Werner time. He was insane and will be. I think Hudson-Odoi could be a really good winger. I think he needs some time, Hudson-Odoi. I think he needs more game time and minutes. What was that young English centre-back that Chelsea have loaned out? Tamore. Is that what he's called? I don't understand why they loaned him out. Because I thought he was supposed to be like, like the next sort of good player for Chelsea. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How do I spell that? How do I spell Tamore? Fikayo Tamore. There we go. I was spelling it Tamora, not Tamori. Where is he playing nowadays? Wow, I didn't realise he was at loan at Milan. I genuinely had no idea. They can't, because Bayern Munich have already signed Upamecano. That's already confirmed. Bayern Munich already signed him. Yeah. Bayern Munich once again doing what they do best and just absolutely destroying any chance of any other German league club beating them in the German league by signing the opposition's best players. Weird. Let's have a look at AC Milan. They do that all the time, Bayern Munich. I think it's a pretty scummy practice, but whatever, that's just me. Yeah. It's just like so anti-competitive at that point. Like, do you remember like when they just signed Goetze and Lewandowski and Hummels from Dortmund, and then they signed Neuer from Schalke. They signed I'm sure they signed someone else, like quite prominent. Who else was it? They signed Ballack from Leverkusen, I think, or have I made that up? Did Ballack ever play for Bayern Munich? I might have made that up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they just love to snipe any other competition. Like say, oh, Dortmund are doing good in the German league, right? We'll have your players. It's like, well, thanks, mate. I'm just having a look to see when Tomori last played for AC Milan, because he's apparently an AC Milan player, which I didn't even realise. So he's on the bench in the Inter game, and that's the thing, he needs to be playing games. He's 23. He's not, he's young, but he's not overly young. He actually needs to be playing some football. He played in the Europa League. Good. They lost against Spezia. God damn, Milan. I thought you were doing good in the league. And so it doesn't look like he starts in the Spanish league, in the Italian league. Sorry. They won 4-0 then, did they? Oh no, so he's in and out at the side. Okay, that's okay. You've been at oh yeah, you've been to the Allianz. Who did you watch at the Allianz? What am I doing? I want to see what the Serie A tables look like. Because AC Milan were in the lead at one point. Now Inter Milan, okay. Oh wow, Inter Milan are 10 points ahead of Juventus. Goodness me. It'd be interesting if someone else other than Juventus won it for once. I'd like to see that. Hertha Berlin. Ah, excellent. Very nice. I'm just going to see the penalty decision again, because I really thought it was a penalty. The free kick comes in, Mendy punches, and surely, why isn't it a handball? Why is it not a handball? I really don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway. I thought it should have been a penalty to United. It looked like Hudson-Odoi handled the ball. But it wasn't given this time. Because he like flicks his hand up like that and it hits the ball. Keeper should do better. I don't know why he punches it. Have a look again. Like he sort of moves and he's like, and he flails like that and it hits his hand. Like that is, because there's no need to, the ball's coming at him slowly. I think it's a penalty. If I'm the referee, I give that. There's no reason for him to flail like that. Yeah, it's a penalty. What do you think? You're seeing it right now. What are your thoughts, Edgener? Let me know. Yes, I've never been to the Allianz Arena, but I have. Really don't think so. I just think it is because the ball's coming at him, like not a lot of pace, so he can quite easily assess the situation, and he sort of runs, and then he does that. Why is he doing this? And he flicks it. So his hands in. It's his. Oh, Greenwood punched up. Oh, I didn't even notice that bit. Oh, did Greenwood's hand hit it first? And I'd have to see it. Oh, I wasn't even looking at Greenwood, to be honest. Well, what do I know? Yeah, I haven't, but I have seen Bayern Munich fans at the Etihad, and they're German fans are very good because they've got like a sort of conductor going on right at the front who will like orchestrate everything, like, and all the chants and all the jumping at the same time and stuff. So yeah, German fans are very good. They're very loud in the Champions League, at least anyway. Whenever I've encountered them, so I like that. They can drink beer. Brilliant. Yeah, Spanish fans that I've seen haven't been very good. I've seen Barcelona play at the Etihad a couple of times. They weren't too impressive. Italian fans are very loud. Spanish fans are quite quiet though. I'd suggest that's my hot take. My hot take. Can't say I've ever encountered any Denmark fans, any Danish fans, Edgener, but I'm sure you're a good bunch. Yeah, good stuff. Yep, so half time. Pretty tame affair. It's about even. I'd say United probably edged it. Not many chances, to be honest. I can't really think of many good saves made by either goalkeeper. Like I said, the main issue was the penalty incident. Quite amazingly, it says here, United have been dispossessed 11 times and Chelsea have not been dispossessed once, which really surprises me. That's a bizarre statistic, if that's true. Yeah, shots around equal. Chelsea have had more dribbles, but who cares? Chelsea have had twice as many tackles, so I guess that shows that United have been the ones more on the front foot for creating. But as it stands, it is a 0-0. In Denmark, everyone has a good time. You chill with the other teams. Oh, that's very nice. That's right. Yeah, it's definitely not like that over here. Definitely not. No, it's the exact opposite. I think it's like one ground in England. It's Fulham's ground, like where home and away fans can mingle. I've been there once, and that was nice. But apart from that, it's very tribal. It's very tribal indeed. And there we go. Okay, good stuff. Hallelujah. Let's have a look at the bench, see what's occurring. Timo Werner, Havertz. Maybe Alonso Pulisic for Chelsea. In terms of United's potential changes, you've got Martial, Donny van de Beek, and that's it really. I guess they could bring on the young lad Diallo because there's been a lot's been said about him recently. No Cavani. I wonder if he's injured. I guess he must be because he's not in the squad at all. He would have been a good player to bring on. But yeah, it looks like Chelsea have more options off the bench if they want to change something. And I do think that Chelsea should want to win this game. Yeah, they both play at the San Siro. There's a couple of teams that do that. Someone else does it in Italy. Who else does it? I can't remember who it is, but I'm sure there's another. Oh, excuse me. I'm sure there's another example of teams sharing their stadiums. It's very odd. Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not sure what the historical reasoning is for that. I'm sure there's a reason. It also must be really weird if you're a home fan and it's the derby and you've got to go to the away end. That must be really weird. To be like, oh, I'm normally over there. It's interesting though. I like it. It's quite interesting. I guess it also means that, you know how sometimes you've got like vandalism in stadiums. I guess it means that one set of fans won't be vandalising because you'd be vandalising your own stadium, wouldn't you? So it'd be pretty pointless. I know that Manchester United and Manchester City used to share a stadium. They used to share a stadium. Obviously, they don't anymore. It was only for a short period of time. It was basically during the Second World War, as part of the German bombings in Manchester. They bombed the sort of like city area, or a certain district which would have been useful to the war effort. I can't remember what it was exactly. But as part of that, Old Trafford also got damaged and bombed in the war. So following that, I mean, obviously there was no football during that time period. Obviously the war's ended in 1945, and it's like, oh, we better. Or was it after the First World War? I can't remember. One sec. I had to find out now. But either way, it got damaged in the war, and so City were like, oh, you know, you can share Main Road with us for a little bit. Let's just have a check. I'll give you another fun fact about that. Let's just double check when it was. I've got a feeling it was 1940. I've got a feeling it was the Second World War because it was the 1940s when this interesting stat I'm going to tell you about is from. Let's just have a baby look. Yes. So, this is an interesting one. Yeah, second year. Here's an interesting one. In which stadium... No, right, how do I phrase this? So Manchester United's all-record attendance for a home game was 81,962. Which, can you name me the stadium? Can you name me the stadium in which that record took place? So Manchester United's all-time home record attendance figure was 81,962. Which stadium was it that took place in? Their home, not away, home. So it's not Wembley. What was their all-time home attendance? What does that mean? So for a home game, Manchester United. We were just talking about this, Gasky. What's their all-time? Oh, you just ruined it. I was gonna get Edgener to guess. You suck. So I was just asking, in what stadium did they have that record for fans? So attendance is how many fans? Yeah. Yeah. Do you think it's ManU Road? Yes. Yes. So so I was just because Gasky Edgener was just that we were just discussing about how the Milan clubs both share the San Siro, and I was just saying how at one point United and City also shared the same stadium, and yes, it was. And it was in 1948. United played Arsenal in the First Division, and 81,962 fans attended that game at ManU Road at City Stadium. A very interesting stats. Well, I think it's interesting anyway. But yeah, so that's a good thing. And also, also another interesting fact for what am I saying? For non-Wembley games, the record for attendance was at ManU Road as well, which is interesting, by a City, which is in 1930 something. Can't remember exactly. I only know this because I've been doing this for my video I've been writing. Glenn Roeder has passed away. I feel like he was quite young. Am I being dumb? Am I thinking of someone else? Am I being dumb, Adam? Was he quite young? Is that the person I'm thinking of? Reece James is coming on. I mean, he's got bad hair, that's the issue there. How old was he? 65, yeah, he was very young. So that's sad, I don't like that. 65 is too young. You like Reece James's hair? Oh gosh. No, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have a fight, Edgener. But no, I recognise the name Gasky, but I just had a look to see how old he was. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really remember him. Well, yeah. Who came on for Reece James? I missed that. Who did he come on for? Who? Oh, Hudson-Odoi. Oh, that's a shame. To be fair, wing back isn't Hudson-Odoi's position, like he's a winger, surely. But let's change that. So that's the number 24. James. That is another Oh, is he injured? Oh, well, you know a lot more than me. I was gonna say, I like Hudson-Odoi. Do you remember, like, when he was gonna go to Bayern Munich and Chelsea were just like, nope, you ain't going? I think he should have gone to Bayern Munich, to be honest. And yeah, oh yeah, Hudson-Odoi is injured. He's got a wrapping over his left knee. Not what you want to see. He's got a little towel over it as well. It's very sweet. But it's going to be interesting. It's certainly going to give Chelsea more defensive solidity down that right-hand side because Reece James is obviously a right back. And Quinoa, thank you so much for following. Yeah, I hope Hudson-Odoi does well. But like I said, I think he need to be starting every single game, really, at this point. Because how old is Hudson-Odoi? Is he 20? Is he 21 or is he 19? Actually, he might not be that old. Let's have a look. Hudson-Odoi, how old are you, my guy? No, he's only 20 years old. That's fair enough. But at the same time, Phil Foden's 20 years old, and he is now an integral first-team player for City. So yeah, the fact Chelsea saw Courtois and Hazard to get Kepa. How much did they sell Hazard for? Because it wasn't quite cheap because he was in the last year of his contract, or something like that. I feel like that's the thing. Hazard or Madrid sign Hazard. Here we go. Wait, what? No, I type in Madrid sign Hazard, and it's giving me the fucking zodiac sign. He's a Capricorn. That's not what I'm interested in. I want to know how much he cost. Wait, what? 130 million? What? That's not right, is it? Is that how much it was? Oh, De Gea, what a save. What a save, De Gea. Wait, is that right? 130 million? Striking a deal that could reportedly rise to a club record transfer for 130 million once all bonus payments come into play. So what is it in the main? Hey, Maximin, thank you so much for following, becoming an Albino. Oh yeah, never. Oh yeah, that's a great save from De Gea. Never underestimate David De Gea. Okay, right. So, right, that's a big sign. Right, guys. Can you please let me know what you think about Eden Hazard? Because I think he was well overrated. He had way too many seasons where he just downed tools. Don't you think? Is that just me? Or am I like dumb? I think he had like 1 or 2 amazing seasons, and then the rest of the time he was distinctly average or poor. Am I just like rewriting history? Or what? What do you think? Let me know. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I thought it was good. It was good to watch, but I mean, maybe it's because I think people were trying to like put him up there with. People were trying to put him up there with like being, oh yeah, he's gonna be like the next, you know, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Mbappe. I'm like, I don't think so. You have because not only does he want the foul, he wants the. Oh, that's my Super 6 extra out of the window then, because I put Lindelof to get yellow carded first, so I've already lost that. Fred a card hunter. Yeah, and and this is the thing that. Oh, sorry, Gasky said something earlier. I missed that. Foden's treatment is proof of how good Pep is. Well, yeah, and that's the other thing about these sports experts and commentators, ex-players, knowing fuck all about football. Why would it? Because they're all saying, oh yeah, like when this is when he was 18 or like 17, 18 years old. I was like, oh yeah. Sorry, Reece James was on the floor at that point. It was really funny. It's like, oh yeah, Foden, he needs to go out on loan. He needs to be starting and playing games now. He's not getting enough game time. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, right, he's 18 years old. Calm down, okay? He's got plenty of time. Second of all, he's learning. He is learning from the best midfielders going currently. Like collectively, we're talking like in the world. We're talking David Silva and De Bruyne and Fernandinho. He's learning from these players in training. Why do you want him to go on loan to some championship club or relegation-bound Premier League side where he's not going to get the level of development and training that he needs? And guess what? Funnily enough, you don't know more than Pep. You don't know more than Pep. Pep was right, and now Foden's smashing it. And and David Silva left. David Silva wasn't replaced because Foden basically is, hopefully, ultimately going to become that David Silva replacement. That's the idea. And now, Foden's in a position where everyone's calling for him to be the starter for England at the Euros. Here's Dan James, takes a shot on, not quite. But yeah, so that's my thinking. And that's what I'm saying about Hudson-Odoi. He's 20 years old now, and he does need to be starting. What's happening? There we go. It's like with Ahmed. Oh yeah, I was gonna say like he's obviously a very young player. Wow, I didn't realise I spent 35 million on him. Jesus. I did not realise that Diallo cost that much. Where did they sign him from? I'll say I've never heard of him. Hope it's well. I like to see young players do well. Corner comes in. Chelsea clear it. Atalanta. That's really interesting. Yeah, there's no. Chelsea are a dangerous counter-attacker. There's no need to rush players like that. You only need to look at the likes of Wayne Rooney to see that if you start these players all the time when they're young, Michael Owen, they get burnt out, they get injured easily. It's not a good time. Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. I didn't expect Arsenal to win either. I also think it's really interesting that win. I guess that's the reason why they were talking about it. But that win came against the backdrop of people questioning, will Leicester replace Arsenal like in this Big Six conversation? So it's really interesting that like Arsenal were like, oi, we're still here, we're still relevant, and they got the win. Yeah, and I think that's the issue with the squad. They need Arteta needs a few more transfer windows, and he needs the backing. And he needs the backing of the board to create that team. Because we were chatting with an Arsenal fan in the stream the other day, Matthew, and he was asking me like my thoughts on like, you know, where we need to, or was I asking him where they need to strengthen? Anyway, but like you just look at the team, and again, it's similar with Chelsea. They need a centre back. I think you were saying earlier, Gasky. It seems like most teams nowadays need a centre back. City were in that position a few seasons ago. You new birds sound like robots. Oh yeah, are they doing well? They look very sweet. My girlfriend says they're very cute. They're little plump babes. Yeah, but Arsenal definitely need a centre back, and they also need another midfielder. Because at the moment, I'd say Partey is good. And that's it, really, for Arsenal, unless I'm missing someone. Who else have they got in midfield? El Nene? Xhaka? Like, they don't really inspire confidence, do they? I think Partey's good, but... Exactly. Well, what's Partey then? Because I thought he was the box-to-box player. I thought that's what Partey was. A player like Sissoko? Interesting. So more industry rather than creativity. I feel like all these clubs that are missing out on a midfielder, United, Arsenal, who else? Someone else, I'm sure. What they need is a Fernandinho. Because Fernandinho is genuinely just brilliant. He's 30, I think he's 35 years old, and he's still brilliant. He definitely needs to play another season at City. I love Fernandinho. Makalele, get out of here. It's the Fernandinho role. Get out of here. Get out of here. Fernandinho's way better. Fight me. Fight me. Fight me. And James is offside. This is going to end 0-0, isn't it, boys? I'm going to be really disappointed it's going to end 0-0. What do you think is going to happen with Pogba, guys? Is he leaving? Do you think he's leaving this summer? Because his agent earlier said, that Pogba wants to leave. Do you think? I mean, I think if I was a United fan, I'd be sick of Pogba by now. I'd have been sick of Pogba a long time ago, to be honest. I'd want him gone. I'd say try to cash in on him now. You can probably get like 70 million for him and put that towards someone else, because his heart's clearly not in it. He's been a disappointment overall for United. He's not been as good as he should have been. I think he's had a personally, I think he's had a very disappointing time at United. Not lived up to expectations. And he's not young anymore. How old is he? Yes, definitely. And isn't he like going into the last year of his contract as well? He's 27. And I know it's not fair. It's not fair to compare him to De Bruyne because they're not really similar players. But the reason I will do it anyway is because he arrived at United the season after De Bruyne arrived at City, and there was that season, the summer where City were looking at signing De Bruyne, and they eventually did. They were also trying to get Pogba in the same window, but Juventus weren't like budging on price, and they were asking for too much money. And that's why I sort of compare the two of them, because like Pogba chose to go to United instead of, Juventus sold him to United rather than City. And whereas De Bruyne has become the best midfielder in the world. He's won a lot of trophies with City. At club level, what has Pogba done? He's obviously won the World Cup, brilliant, on the international stage, but in terms of what he's done for United, I think his performances have been not good enough. That's me. Again, I don't think he's lived up to his potential at all, because there was people talking about him becoming the next best midfielder in the world, and it just hasn't happened. You can't sign your contract with him, so they aren't going to get as much for him. Should have sold him, mate. Yeah, agreed. And that's why I think they have to cash in on him now. That's my thoughts anyway. Bruno is screaming and shouting at someone. He's having to go with the referee. That's what I like about Bruno. He's a dick, and that's in a good way. Chelsea dispossessed the midfield. Kante tackles. Here comes Dan James. Lovely play. James again. Oh, Greenwood blasts over the bar. Yeah, Greenwood's sort of been forced out onto the right-hand side this season, hasn't he? But I always thought he was a striker. No cap. Oh, I learnt what cap means recently. Is that like a... I'm going to sound like such an old man. Is that like a sort of new thing that's being said? Or has it always been said by a certain age group for a certain amount of time? Because I've never heard of... The first time I heard of no cap was, oh, I'm dropping frames significantly. Am I? Oh, I was having some issues there. I think we're good. I think we're good. It might have just been a bit blurry for a second there. My frame rate went really weird. He was put there last season because Martial was playing well. You know, Martial's not playing well. Yeah, hopefully it's fine now. It would have been, yeah. There was a bit of a glitch. Yeah, I just saw on my frame count, it went from like no frames dropped to 300. I was like, wait, what? So something must have happened there. Oh, shot by McTominay, not quite. Hey, we got someone new in the chat, Rasmum223 Q2. Yo, how you doing, my guy? Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining the stream. How you doing, mate? I'm going to call you Raz. Unless you'd rather me call you something else, let me know. I need two things from you, Raz. Let me know your shoe size, and let me know what club you support. I need to know those two things. And if you don't want me to call you Raz, let me know what you'd rather be called. In that order. So shoe size, club, name. Wan-Bissaka has improved so much going forward. It's good to see. It's good to see, because that was always a criticism levelled at him. Because he is obviously very good defensively. Whenever I've seen him play against City, he has been very good. But obviously creativity was lacking, so that's really nice to see. But if he is improving going forwards. look like such a flop. Well, yeah, I think defensively he's always been solid. But the issue is, as a modern day fullback. Oh, there's a bit of a scuffle here, is there? No, not quite. I thought they were having a fight then. Not quite. As a modern day fullback, it's not good enough to be just defensively sound. You've also got to contribute forwards. Fullback's probably, I'd say fullback is probably, hot take, is fullback like the most important position in modern football? But actually the shot goes straight into Mendy's hands. Because I just sort of think of Pep's first season where he was trying to deploy this system and he had Sanya and Clichy and Kolarov and it wouldn't work, obviously. And then next season he signs Kyle Walker and they become the Centurions. I did sign Mendy as well, but obviously lots of injuries. So I just think that nowadays fullback's the most important position. Rasma, do feel free to get involved in the chat. And like I say, do let me know who you support. Here's Mason Mount striding forwards. McTominay trying to track back. Is he going to have a shot? Cuts inside brilliantly. Oh, Ziyech just couldn't get on the end of that. Ziyech plays it off. First time shot. Not quite. That's going to be offside. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He did play for Palace. So wouldn't have been used to attacking. There we go. And yeah, he was well offside. Giroud, it just hits Giroud right in his face. Oh, he left. What a shame. Why does everyone hate me? Probably because they asked him his shoe size, to be honest. He was like, what the fuck is this stream I've wandered into? Pulisic looks so weird with the beard. I'm not... Oh my god, yeah, he does have a beard. I think it suits him though, I've got to say. I think Pulisic suits a beard. Oh, I've got weird hair. I quite like it, I've got to say. I think it's fair play. You think it's weird? I mean, Pulisic does look a little bit like an alien, in fairness. No one hates you. Thank you, bro. Lol. That's such like a mother thing to say to her child. No, you're beautiful. Everyone loves you. Oh god. Looks like he should be in Lord of the Rings. Let's have another look at it. Oh, do you think he's like a hobbit, Gasky? You can ask if you want. Yeah, my name's Luke. I'd rather you call me Nobbins. But my name is Luke. Oh, Giroud coming off. Is Giroud coming off for Pulisic? Ah, damn, what fucking number was Pulisic? Fuck! Ten. I knew that. I know football. Pulisic, there we go. Sorted. Thank you, mate. No cap. Oh yeah. So I can't remember what you said. Is no cap quite a new thing that's being said, rather than something that's been said for ages and I've just missed out because I'm now an aged man? Okay, good stuff. You're not capping me, are you? You're not capping me. Can you use it in that tense as well? Can you use it as a verb? Or is it in America? I know no shot means like no chance, but no cap means, yeah. Yeah. I think Gasky means more of the origin. I assume the origin is from America. Yeah, because cap, I mean cap, in terms of cap, the outfit, that's an American term. You don't really say cap, do you? You say hat. Yeah, can you use cap as a verb? Or is it just like a noun? Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 So so I could use it as a verb. Yeah. Exactly. Are you capping me on? That's like, are you having me on? You having me on? Are you capping me right now? Or is it? Or can you just say no cap? Or can you say, are you capping me? I'm capping you. I'm not capping you. This is the debate. The words debate. Luke Shaw running at Chelsea's defence. Rashford, I thought he was going to put the cross in first time, didn't quite. Ball comes into Fred. Will he have a long shot? He does. Lines it up. It's not far off, actually. Decent effort. Not really troubling Mendy. Why would Fred shoot? I might as well shoot. I've got a great story about that. Mo, thank you so much for following. I've got a really good story about saying don't shoot. So, so not last season, but the season before, when it was the penultimate game of the season. So it was when City and Liverpool were, right at it against each other. Yeah. I've already told you, Gasky. And City playing Leicester. It's a must-win game. If City don't win this game, it's the last home game. If City don't win, Liverpool win the league. No cap. No cap. Oh God, it's all kicking off. And yeah, it's like the 80th minute, and like City aren't playing well. They aren't creating. Leicester are just doing that. And yeah, gross. But and Company's lining up the shots. Yeah, so he's coming up. Obviously, we know what happens. Company's coming up. He's lining up the shot, and he's making the movement to suggest his shoot. And Vincent Kompany has never, ever in the history of his 10 years at Manchester City ever scored a goal outside the box. Certainly not a goal like that to that degree. So and we're all stood up because the attack's happening. And just before he's about to hit it, I go, don't shoot. And then bam! Top corner, fucking goal of the season, wins the league for City. And then and then as you've alluded to, Aguero after the match is like, I was saying, Vinny, no, don't shoot. And then after we've calmed down, my uncle, who I'm stood next to, goes, which fucking idiot said don't shoot? And I'm just there like, sorry. Oh, that was so funny. Oh my God, that was so brilliant. And then Leicester should have equalised with the Iheanacho at that time. Old Trafford. Oh, was that the overhead goal? Yeah, that was a very good goal. Wasn't that voted goal of the decade or something? Certainly goal of the season. I'm sure it won some sort of award, that goal. Because it was a very good goal. I think it was basically unstoppable from a City perspective. It was a very good goal. Can't even deny it. I won't deny it. I won't do it. Yeah, guys, I've been asked on TikTok, because I like to do my questions and answers. I've been asked what's my most unpopular football opinion, and I don't know, because I don't know which of my opinions are unpopular. So do you guys have any unpopular football opinions, just to sort of give me an idea of like what sort of thing I should be thinking of here? Because it's a good question, but I don't actually really have an answer. I don't know what would be unpopular, but also that I'd believe in. Because there's no point of just like coming up with some bullshit. It has to be something I actually think. But yeah, I don't actually know. I think Aguero's... It's probably unpopular for me to say that Aguero's... I think Aguero was better in the Premier League than Henry. What do you guys think about that? Oh, actually no, I need to read this. Playing Rocket League, conceded the goal, just saved. Oh, he said in the chat, I'm gonna shoot myself right now. I didn't see it, but then the kickoff in Rocket League, you have to tell the team who has to take the kickoff. So I just used the coach to say, take the shot. Brilliant. Very cheeky. You think that's fact, Gasky? Yeah, well, again, I think it's fact, but I think it is mainly Arsenal fans who are telling me that I'm wrong. And these are probably Arsenal fans who've never even seen Henry play, and they just look at stats like, oh, well, Henry got 20 goals and 20 assists in one season. It's like, oh, fuck off, mate. Don't give me that. Do you have any unpopular footballing opinions, Edgener? And Gasky, do you have any? And do you think that Aguero was better than Henry? Hey, Edgener, no worries at all. You think 1-0 to United, I assume? But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Edgener. I hope you enjoy your food. Yeah, Henry, I feel like Henry was more sort of a... I mean, they were very different. They were very different. But... And I think sort of people remember Henry more because he was sort of more of a flair, skillful dribble player. And Aguero, even though he does that, even though he is like, nice and dribbly, he's not really that sort of player. He is just much more of a... he is more than goals, but his main thing is goals. And they may not be as sort of like impressive to see, like the dribbly sort of goals. Yeah, exactly. So it's not necessarily like Henry, he'd do like he'd do a lovely mazy run, he'd dribble past however many players, and he'd put the ball on the back of the net. But Aguero would, he'd score a lot of like tap-ins, wouldn't he? I mean, he'd score a lot of other goals as well, like a lot of sensational goals, but he'd get a lot of tap-ins because his positioning was excellent, as you say. So I think I might have to say that, because that is unpopular with a lot of people. Oh, shot came in, but De Gea was able to comfortably save. So yeah, I think I might say that, I just think that Aguero is just so good. And like I said, it's nothing against Henry, but Aguero's just better, isn't he? Let's be real. Let's just be real. And as you say, it's the weight of the goals that he scored as well. Obviously, there's the infamous one, but how many goals doesn't he have the record? Didn't you say he's got the record for goals against like the other big six clubs? Which is equally mental when you think that he's part of the big six, so therefore he's got less chance to score, as you've said. Yeah, I don't know how many it is exactly. I feel like Vardy might be second best. Shot comes in by Spilicueta, easily saved by De Gea. Not quite. 52? Really? That can't be right. Surely. That would be mental. How do I even find that stat? Aguero goals. And he's got the most records. He's got the highest record for hat-tricks as well. This article's on 27th of July. Do we have any other stats? And I'm sure he's got the best minutes to goal ratio as well. Yeah, minutes per goal. He's hit the back of the net more than 40 times. Number 10 averages goal every 106 minutes. Just under 40 minutes fewer than Kane. Thierry Henry's third. Oh, Gabriel Jesus is 7th overall. I had no idea. That's probably not right now. I don't want minutes per goal. I want to know how many goals he scored against the other fucking thing. Where have you got that stat from, Adam? Can you send it me? Because that would be interesting. Is that in all competitions, I'm guessing, rather than just the Premier League? It'd be good, let me know where you've got that stat. Because it would be really nice to see Henry's stat by comparison. Aguero goals against top 6. Is that what you've typed in, maybe? Send it me, Adam, send it me! What's this? Sergio Aguero versus other top 6 sides. Total, 70. Oh, here we go. 75 games, 54 goals, 13 assists. I've got it. 18 against Chelsea. But is that in the Premier League or just says England? So I'm guessing that's in all games. I'm guessing. It must be. Although he had, no, I think that is in all competitions. It must be, right, Adam? Surely. Oh, Dan James is on the floor. He thinks so, yeah, it must be. I mean, it doesn't matter, it's impressive. And now let's see if we can find Henri. Henri goals against top. Oh, and so the number 22 is coming off for the number 11. That's half that. Werner. There we go. Can we find Henri's stats? The club's Henri scored the most goals against. Okay. 26 against... Wait, what? Oh, for Barcelona, yeah. Lol. So he scored... No, 5 against West Ham, not interested. 5 against Lyon, Southampton. He scored 5 against City, okay. And that was when City was shit as well, actually. Oh, Marshall for Greenwood. Oh yeah, that's just coming on now. Number 9 for number 11. I think actually, yeah, that's a good point. Because when Arsenal was playing, Spurs, it wasn't a big six, was it? It was more of a big... Really, it was more of a big three. Chelsea, United, Arsenal were Liverpool... I guess it will throw in Liverpool, but Spurs and City certainly weren't involved in that conversation, and there wasn't really a replacement. Newcastle maybe in that period, but yeah, exactly. So it's actually even more impressive. Let's just double check. So City 5, Spurs 5. That's 10. Because like I say, maybe you could say Newcastle. That's 10. Who else? Come on, mate. Liverpool 9. He scored 9 against Liverpool. Wow, that's interesting. Didn't realise that. So that's 19. He scored 9 against United. That's 28. 10 against Chelsea. That's 38. And is that everyone that I've said? I think that's everyone. Because obviously you can't score against Arsenal. I think I've said all the clubs, haven't I, there? Yeah, I have. So how many did I just say? 38? Don't know how many assists though. That's the thing. That's why it would be good if someone had already done the work for me. Henri record. I mean, this game's so boring that I'm just looking at stats now. 10 Thierry Henry stats if they're there. Is this article Henri versus Aguero? Who is the greatest? Definitely Aguero. Don't even lie to me. So Aguero's a very narrow edge. Margins defined. However, we don't. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the other issue. Henri has a lot more going for him in terms of assists. I've just realised that I'm nowhere near on this page. It's my bad, guys. Where are you at? There you are. Yeah, Henri does have many more assists than Aguero. Would you say the Premier League's harder nowadays than when Henri was going? I think I'd buy that. I think I'd buy that. In 40 league matches against fellow members of the Big Four, Henri notched 23 goals. Aguero, on the other hand, at this point, has scored an impressive 44 goals in 69 matches. Yeah. what? During his spell at Arsenal, Armory won the Premier League FA Cup Community Shield. Aguero has the more glittering trophy cabinet. However, it's fair to compare Aguero based on what they've won in a team sport. Kane's brilliant player. Thierry was in Perth the team of the year. Well, Aguero has always been shafted by not being in the team of the year. So, yeah. He did win the Golden Boot more times. Not sure it's fair to use Ballon d'Or as a statistic though, because Messi and Ronaldo weren't there at that point. If they were, he wouldn't have been close, would he? Right, so this article doesn't actually come to a conclusion. But it's definitely Aguero. It conveniently uses two. I mean, it's definitely Aguero. I don't really give a fuck. It just is. Look at that stat. 75 games, 54 goals, 13 assists. I'm amazed he hasn't got one assist against United though. That's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame, but whatever. Cross comes in. Oh, Chelsea nearly got a goal then. Goodness me. Timo Werner nearly on the end of that. Is this actually going to end 0-0? Is it actually going to end 0-0? How boring. It's dark outside. It is. Oh, I want to do more painting of my fence. It's a good clearance from Lindelof, to be fair. Oh, Tuchel is not a happy boy. He ain't happy at all. Somehow it's a goal kick. Yeah, that's really weird. Whatever. I really hope that Aguero gets another season at City, you know. It's such a shame this season he hasn't been able to do anything because he was well on track to beat Rooney's records of goals. When does City play United next? I feel like that's coming up shortly. I feel like that is coming up. Oh wow, yeah, 7th of March. There we go. Okay. I hope that Aguero is that's a week from now. I really hope that Aguero is back and available for that. Pulisic have a shot? Not quite. Yeah, again, this has just been a bit of a weird one. It's been a bit of a dead game, to be honest. What are your thoughts, Adam? It's like, why are you having a shot there, Pulisic? Boring. I think the most exciting bit was that Reece James shot. Was it the Reece James shot that De Gea palmed away? And apart from the penalty incident, nothing's really happened. First half okay, second half trash. Yeah, literally. I mean, we've been looking at stats this second half, looking at Aguero versus Henry's stats. This whole second half. Second half. It's just been so dull. Goodness me. So Gasky, for you, who's the best foreign player Premier League's ever seen? Because I think it's Aguero. Kofi Sammy, thank you so much for liking the stream. Or is it David Silva? I don't know. Yeah, I think he's the best foreign striker anyway. Best foreign forward. Yeah, I think with Ronaldo, the only reason why I wouldn't have Ronaldo is just because really he became the player that he is at Real Madrid. I don't think he had he obviously had a good number of seasons in the Premier League, but For me, he was more known. He's obviously more known for his Real Madrid spell. That's just me. Yeah. Oh no, he was still excellent. That's probably why I wouldn't put him in my Lukia Madua, thank you so much for joining us today. You think United will win? Well, there's 3 minutes left for them to do that. Thank you for joining us, Lukia, by the way. Like I said, it would be interesting to see what happens. Hopefully something can happen in 3 minutes, because nothing's happened in the other 42 of this half. Sure, dispossessed. I don't know who's going to be the happier team here. I guess United, because they're still comfortably in second place. Leicester obviously lost earlier today. Chelsea really needed the win to go ahead of West Ham, so I think they might see it as 2 points dropped. Well, no, they won't see it as 2 points dropped, but you know what I mean. I think it's affected Chelsea more than it has United. This ref has been useless. I don't think the ref can be bothered, to be honest. I'm just going to have another look at the Premier League table, because I've forgotten. Premier League table again. Yeah, so Chelsea's still 1 point behind West Ham, and I've had a look at the fixtures. Chelsea's fixtures compared to West Ham are much harder. Yeah, much harder. They've got to play at Anfield, although that's obviously an easy place to go in recent months, but they've got to play at Anfield, they've got to play against Everton, they've got to play against Arsenal, City, Leicester, West Ham. West Ham, by comparison, have really easy fixtures. So if West Ham can just stay around that area, I think they will have a really good chance of getting top four. It remains to be seen. Oh, United have an attack. Scott McTominay puts a really shit ball in. Jesus. What was that? There were like 3 United players who could have got on the end of that. What's McTominay doing? It's easily intercepted by Kante, and miscommunication between James and Luke Shaw. I think it's been a quiet game. Yeah, I think it's been quite a quiet game for Bruno Fernandes. I understand that, he can't have an exceptional game every game. I just feel like he hasn't really been involved in the game that much. I haven't heard much of his name. I haven't seen him much on the ball. I don't know if that's because he's had an off day. I don't know if that's because Chelsea have been purposefully trying to shut him down. We're just seeing the break. It was a really good break. Is that a really nice ball from Fred, I think? McTominay, put that ball in then! Oh my god! Dan James, or whoever it was, running through the middle, would have been in. Would have been in. Quality in the final third hasn't been there. Do you think, Adam, that it's sort of been a case of neither team wants to... I mean, it's, a trope. But is it a case of neither team wants to lose? It's because neither team's really been gung-ho in attack. Been sort of careful and considered at times, I'd say. Tiredness and fatigue. I don't like using tiredness and fatigue as an excuse, but to be fair, I did see that in City's game against West Ham. The final ball just wasn't there. Players were making mistakes that you don't normally associate with them. Runs weren't being made that should have been made. And I think that probably was due to the midweek action. And what are your thoughts on the Europa League draw? Do you think United probably got the toughest draw? But that's gonna be tasty. To be honest, I might stream that. I don't think I've ever streamed the Europa League, but that is a tasty fixture. United against Milan is bans. Well, to be fair, if United can beat Milan, then they can win the whole competition. If you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. I hope Rangers do well. I'd like to see Rangers go far. Imagine Rangers against United in the final. That'd be tasty. I'd love to see Rangers United, and I'd love to see Bayern Munich City as the 2 European finals. I really hope that Pep doesn't overcomplicate. Goodness me. I really hope that Pep doesn't overcomplicate the Yeah, it's been decent, hasn't it? I don't know enough about the Scottish League, so I don't know if like they've just spent loads of money, or if, you know, this is like a massive renaissance by Gerrard and Rangers. But either way, it's impressive, the fact that they're so far ahead of Celtic, who've won it, what was it 9 times in a row? Or something like that? And they've won all these trebles? I can't remember what it was exactly. Or was it 10 times in a row? I can't remember. Because I don't watch the Scottish League. Well, there's 30 seconds left. Luke Shaw on the ball, plays it behind. Here's Bruno. Can we have some magic in the last 20 seconds of the game? Fred lines up the shot. Decent effort. Mendy again pushes it away. Really bizarre goalkeeping. I don't think Mendy's a very good goalkeeper, you know. Why is he punching that? Why isn't he catching that? Or palming it down to catch it? I don't think Mendy's the answer. Don't think Mendy's the answer at all. And that is the game, acquired with a random punt at the end. And here we go, 0-0. Once again, a traditional top 6 clash lets us down in the quality and excitement department. 0-0, it's ended. I think United will be happier. The happier of the two sides. But it was pretty boring throughout most of that match. What are your thoughts, Gasky? Are you happy with it? Are you happy with the 0-0? Happy with the draw at... I mean, on paper, a draw at Stamford Bridge is not a bad thing. What are your thoughts? Happy? Not happy? Like I said, if I was, you know, I wouldn't be happy, but I wouldn't be, you know, full of abject misery either. I think it was probably about right. Neither team really deserved to win. That's my thoughts anyway. But yes, anyway, I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined the stream. Thank you to everyone who's joined us now left. Do follow if you haven't already. But I'm going to head off. Yeah, I'll be back next time, streaming tomorrow. Edgener. You're a cheeky man, aren't you? Yeah, pretty boring game, but whatever. But yes, mate, eat, yeet, skeet, delete.